Howdy, Frosty Dan here with a quick do you buy or do you wait or do you leave it alone of the new House HAUS DLC for Dead Island 2. Now I got the full version of the game, so I get both DLCs, and I just played through it, and this is the start. So you can do the DLC at any level. So this is a Slayer at level 9, only up to the Oh Michael we're out there before going to the third area, the hills. So before going to the Beverly Hills, so you can access the DLC anytime. That's great. And one of the rewards you get is a crossbow. So you can, spoilers, you do get a crossbow for finishing it, which is so that you can get an early ranged weapon. Now, I beat the DLC in 2 hours and 25 minutes odd. And that was with a level 30 character, fully pimped out, all the bells and whistles. And I took my time exploring and running back and here and there. So it is short. That's true. It is rich in artistic merit, as you can see. Very artistic, very merity, very meritorious. That's not a compliment. So it has a lot of work been put into.
That's a big kitty. Watch your hands, man.
Yeah, lots of work been put in to make it appealing in a way that's a bit more
Where do you even shop for stuff like this anyway?
interesting. Whether or not you appreciate it in a zombie smashing game is up to you, but it does have a lot of artistic merit. There's a lot going on, a lot of design stuff, some really interesting stuff with the lighting and blood and things like that, and gore. It has value there, but it is 2 hours and 25 minutes on a maxed out character. So for a normal character, you're probably doing 2 hours, because I did take my time. So it doesn't have an epic big boss fight. So I really hoped that it would have, but it doesn't. So this is important. It doesn't. You won't really feel too spoiled, to be perfectly honest. But I wish you could fight this. I wish this was the final boss. That would be sick as hell, but it's not the case. So they can't seem to balance the idea of gore and big bosses, but maybe they will one day. So for the actual story of the game, does it add anything? Does it fix any loopholes? It kind of has a little tie back to how things started, but it's pretty loose. Honestly, it's like a separate thing. You can just jump into multiplayer and jump into someone else's thing and play it and not worry too much, to be perfectly honest. The fact you can access it no matter what level sort of says a bit about it. It's not a post-campaign DLC. You can do it post-campaign, but it's not specifically that. So story progression in it is limited. Having said that, it does give you flashes of characters and things, which, again, it doesn't really spoil. I suppose it spoils some aspects. I mean, it does use. There's abilities in this that it uses that. Oh, that's why it's got those. I think. Yeah. It's interesting how it uses abilities that are later on unlocked early. So you get a taste for what Dead Island 2 is. Is it more content? Yes. Is it interesting? In its way, yeah. It has some interesting lore sort of stuff. It has interesting concepts. I don't want to spoil them because it's worth experiencing for yourself if you're interested. But I don't think, if you weren't a huge rat for Dead Island 2, I wouldn't bother with the DLC. But if you did enjoy, the first two Dead Island Retired, and you enjoyed Dead Island 2, maybe you wait for the second one to come out and get them together, which will be a while away, really. Yeah, no rush. So, one new weapon, a few new ability cards, which they're not that super strong. One of them's nice, a counter thing that explodes, but really they're not that powerful. They're not as powerful as some of the ones you get late game just playing through the normal campaign, a normal story, because some of those are crazy. I have a hard time recommending it to anyone who is not a diehard fan of Dead Island. And they probably already got the season pass anyway, so you get the 2 DLCs. Yeah. But if you're interested in having a look at the artistic stuff, I did stream the whole playthrough on my channel. You can check on the live page, and you can just watch the whole playthrough of it. I talk here and there, not too much. I try not to be too annoying, but it is a stream. But yeah, so you can watch me play through the whole thing. Just save yourself some money if you're not overly keen. And yeah, it's artistically interesting. That's how I'll put it. All right. Yeah. So otherwise, save your money if you're not too keen. But if you're watching this video and you're up to this point, maybe you just have a look at the stream and then have a look, see if it interests you. And hopefully it's one of those things. It should change up progression a little bit. Early on, you can get a ranged weapon that's decent, and then you can do some interesting stuff. But that said, the bosses are tougher, so you got to be prepared. You got to be ready. You got to have some know-how. Character dialogue isn't too profound at any point. It's pretty much the same sort of mild piss taking. With Amy, I did play through on Amy, so again, it'll be different on each character. It was slightly different on each character. But yeah, concepts are interesting. Some of the underlying themes you'll see share similarities to other games. And yeah, probably worth it if you watch the stream. You just so you understand what's going on. Worth it. Just a nice conversation about it. Really, it's kind of delving deep into different things. But yeah, 2 more hours of content. Hopefully, the next DLC gets more, or we do an arena. We used to have an arena at Dead Island 1, and you could, survive how many waves. I think you'd absolutely clean that up though in this. Yeah, that'll do. It's from Frosty510. Like, subscribe, catch you next time. Bye bye.